Is that my mom? Is that an ass wipeout? And is that my dinner? We've got some very strange video coming your way right now on your news refresh. But before we log the footage, give us a hot subscribe at the News Refresh on YouTube for more weird and interesting news stories each and every day. Thanks. So let's begin with video of a red fox feeding a red fox. Yeah, there's a baby red fox being carefully nursed with a syringe, held down by... Yikes, what the hell is that? Well, even though it's got the appearance of a red fox, it's neither the red fox or the fantastic fox you were probably thinking of. Instead, that is the executive director of the Richmond Wildlife Center, who's doing her best impression of a mother red fox as it cares for this orphaned kit. As noted on this Wildlife Center's Facebook page, it is important to make sure that the orphans that are raised in captivity do not become imprinted upon or habituated to humans. To prevent that, we minimize human sounds, create visual barriers, and wear masks for the species. And thus, this Halloween handling of this little thing here. And this matter doesn't just involve covering yourself in the face of a girl or guy fox. The little thing also sits on top of a large stuffed animal that's supposed to resemble the mother fox. Our wildlife director sporting the mask there says that this whole disguise thing makes it more likely for the kit to possibly be reintroduced into the wild someday. So hey, maybe the next time you come across someone in a mask like this, there's no need to be afraid. They're just trying to help. So here's a pretty shitty situation. You're looking at a scene out of California on Monday, where hundreds of rolls of toilet paper had fallen out of the back of a Ford F-350 pickup truck and made a mess of the freeway near Los Angeles. Traffic lanes were blocked as highway patrol officers did their best to make the road seem less like a scene you'd find at a bar on a busy weekend by casually tossing roll after roll over a cement barrier on the side of the road as though it were a carnival game. All in all, local news reports it took about 20 minutes to clean up the mess, which sounds about right, given that's around the amount of time most men spend sitting on the pot. According to an anecdotal survey one Vice writer conducted back when Vice was mostly still a thing you could enjoy on the toilet. Because, after all, it's not like anyone's looking forward to making use of all that fine paper on the side of the highway on the way home from work. According to a 2022 survey conducted by Miralax, a laxative said to provide effective relief from occasional constipation. 64% of respondents said that they're not comfortable using a public restroom. 7 in 10 respondents said they'd rather hold in their bowel movement than use a public restroom. And, what an ideal finding for a laxative company, 64% say they've become constipated from holding it in. It's not clear what caused all this TP to fly off the back of the truck or where it all went after it was cleaned up. Though I can probably tell you where it didn't go. The bathroom stall you didn't check and just sat down at. And hey, why did the turkey cross the road? To obstruct justice. You're looking at recent police surveillance footage out of Ohio, where officers are carrying out a traffic stop on the driver of an Audi automobile. Just as this driver hands the cop their license, something shocking happens. Just to be safe, considering this is police dashcam footage, viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so as our cop hands the license back to the driver here, she's greeted on the street by 2 wild turkeys. The other cop's body cam picks up as the turkeys kind of chase the first officer around the side of this car, causing her to make a mad dash for it as they remain in pursuit. The turkeys ultimately end up right outside the police cruiser as the video comes to a stop. On Facebook, the Bay Village Police Department, which ahead of the April 8th eclipse is counting down a series of trivia facts about important numbers, except for 26, which must mean nothing, posted these videos, noting there's no such thing as a routine traffic stop. Nancy Grindle-Neckaranic wrote, although they're a fairly dumb bird, they can be pretty mean. Be careful. Chris Schumann observed they were miscreant meal agris. And this apparent fan of both turkeys and the Oscars wrote, this is great. Poor things. This Ohio PD said that no officers or animals were harmed during this encounter. Though when you consider that whole protect and serve thing the police usually go by, you think they'd end up leaning into their instincts.